Hello friends, in this video let's quickly talk about what is a procedure and how to create and execute the procedure in PostgreSQL editor. First of all, what is a procedure? Procedure is nothing but collection of statements, block of statements are sitting together. And those block of statements or collection of statements are going to execute in a sequential order within a one execution plan. Let us say if you have an individual like a 5 individual statements, you need to run one by one every time. But if you keep all those 5 dependent statements in a procedure, once you call that particular procedure or once you execute that procedure, all the dependent statements in that particular procedure will execute in a sequential order. So that is the high level of the procedure. But what is the advantage of using the procedures? See, the advantage of procedure is you can perform the transactions in the procedure now. When I say transaction controls, you can commit or roll back. So let us say like you are performing 5 sequential transactions. Out of 5, 4th transaction is failed. Then you can roll back it. So even successful previous 4 transactions also, or 3 transactions also. So you at the end you don't see any impact in the data or database when you roll back. So that is the advantage of transactional controls. Or if you feel happy with all 5 statement success, then you can commit it. So that will be automatically controlled by the procedure. Procedure will automatically identify if there are any errors in the all 5 statements, then it rolls back. Otherwise it commits it. You just need to specify commit and rollback statements. Also, you will get a very good application performance because these procedures, these stored procedures are pre-compiled and stored in a database server. So compilation time not required every time. So one time compilation. So while creating itself, the procedure will be compiled and stored in a procedure. Whenever you call next time, so it won't go for compilation, it directly runs it. It means that you are able to save compilation time here. But if you are having individual 5 queries, so every time it compiles, then it go for executes. That compilation time might be a milliseconds or seconds. Still you are able to save that. Now, so let me show you how to create or execute the procedures. So ideally we create procedures on the top of the existing tables. So we perform a particular operations, let us say either update, delete, insert on any of the table data. So first of all, we should be having a table. So then only I can create a procedure. So and to create a procedure, I need to follow certain steps. So certain syntaxes I need to follow. I'll show you while I'll talk about while creating the procedure itself. I'll talk about. Again, these are a kind of little self-explanatory. This is not something bit complex, but it's easy on self-explanatory words only, which I'm going to talk about. So let me quickly come to the PostgreSQL PgAdmin editor or GUI. So let's run this. If you run this table, I have around 6 rows. So which are of having 4 columns: ID employee, employee name, and department name, and salary. So I'm going to insert the data or update the data or delete the data by using procedures. It's up to me, but procedure supports all the operations. Even you can perform transactions also. Yeah. So let me quickly start writing the procedure. So ideally, like when you create something, you need to use a create keyword. Create. So what you want to create? I want to create a procedure. Let's type that name, procedure keyword now. Procedure and name of the procedure. So while creating a procedure, you should follow certain naming convention, so that whenever I see the name, I should understand either it is a table or function or trigger or procedure. So that is the reason why I'm making as proc. See, it is up to you. It is up to your project standards. So I'm going with a proc. It's up to you. Okay, underscore. So now I need to give relevant name to the procedure, but proc is a normal standard as per my application, but it's up to you that. Next, Okay, proc underscore. So what I want to do is I want to do the insertion or manipulation. I'm going to write inserts underscore on what table I want to do, emps employees I mean. Okay, so that is the name. Now whenever I see the name, I can easily understand, okay, this is a procedure and it inserts the data into emps. So there is one more procedure, it deletes the data from emps. I'll give that related name later. Okay, now so let's pass what are all the inputs. It is insert, you need to pass some obviously inputs to the procedure, right? So what are all the columns here? It is id employee is integer, id emp integer, comma next integer. So next is, I can make it as a numeric or whatever it is, integer. So emp name of varchar of some 50. Next letter is department name. It's I have very less columns ideally. So in the real time you might be having many columns, maybe 30-40 columns. It's up to you. Sal again integer. Okay, so that's it. So I need 4 values, 4 columns to insert into the table. That's the reason I declared 4. Next, so what I need to specify is I need to tell the language. So language, okay, so what language I want to execute this procedure? I want to execute this procedure in PostgreSQL. So if you want to run this procedure in a PostgreSQL editor, you need to specify PGSQL. Okay, so that's what about the language. Next, so it's a normal syntax, yes. So you need to specify $symbol. Okay, afterwards, again obviously normally, like if you know any of the procedure syntax in either SQL Server or Oracle, probably it's related to that only. So maybe 1 or 2 lines extra you are getting here, but more or less the same. Next, now it's a normal insert statement. Insert into, how do you write? In the same way you need to write insert into emps values. Let's keep these columns, idmp comma emp name comma dpt. I'll pick it as dpt name and dpt name comma sal. Okay, so I did this. So it's the insert query. So I need to pass these values. Actually I'm simply passing the column names here. So while executing the procedure, I'll pass those values. Now next is I need to commit. So or I can put it as a rollback also. I'll show you the rollback as well if you want. So next, I'm done with it. So obviously I need to put it as end. Next I need to put these dollars to say it is end. That's all about it. This is how we do create a procedure in PostgreSQL. Okay, once you're done with it, so you can execute it. So means you can create in the server. So once you click on it, it compiles and it will be ready in the server to execute it. So if I use this button now, it creates the procedure itself. It won't execute. Let me run this. You can see it. Okay, PL not PS, PL PgSQL. Sorry, it's my mistake. Yeah, let's run this. Yeah, procedure has been created and it took around 120 milliseconds. Now the procedure is ready in the server. Then how to execute it? So it's simply call. If you see the same thing in SQL Server, you need to use exec or execute keyword, but here you need to use a call and name of the procedure. Name of the procedure is this. Okay. Next, you need to pass the values. So I'm going to pass the values as 8 comma. Let me make it. So emp name as so mvr. Okay, so next make it as a department name as a technical. Belongs to technical department, comma salary as something 5,500. That's it. So this procedure expects 4 inputs. I pass the 4 inputs with the relevant data types. So once you are done with the statement, let's run it. So once you call this, once you run this, so it won't compile now because procedure is already compiled and stored in the server now. It simply executes it. It won't compile. That's you need to remember and it's a very important for the developers. Let's run this. Now you can see here query returned successfully in 95 milliseconds. Now let's go for the data. Let's run this. If you run this, yeah, this is the record we inserted 8th. So the 6th record I inserted long back. Now this is the 8th record. 8th employee ID is 8th, MBR, technical, and 5500. So this is how we create the procedure. This is how we execute or call the procedures in a PostgreSQL window. In the same way, we need to apply here either update or delete or truncate. It's up to us. Okay, so you can use this procedure for data manipulations on the tables, and you can apply a transactional controls as well, either commit or rollback. So now if I say rollback here, so whatever the insert statement I am putting, it won't impact any of the data in any records in the my table EMPS. Okay, so this is how we create the procedure, and this is how we execute the procedure or call the procedure in PostgreSQL. So not only this, if you have any questions on Postgres, please drop your question in the comment section. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also follow me on Facebook for more technical updates. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.